Alright, hello friends, and welcome to another edition of Mac Paladin's Retro Gaming Emporium Strategy Sundays. I, of course, am Mac Paladin. And the Golics will be joining me momentarily. Still trying to find this happy balance with the new camera between light and no light. Let's see if my ring light does any better. My background ring light. Guess I'm not allowed to set anything on the tabletop without it falling down or some dumb crap like that. Yeah, that didn't help at all. Okay. But we're here, and this is part 17, and we should be having some fun today. I'll be getting Golics in here momentito, so don't panic. Alright, let's, while I'm waiting for that, I will start launching this software.
Oh, sorry, I was playing a little bit of Splatoon while I was waiting.
Boinkus. Alright.
Which means I am still technically in the middle of the salmon run.
There's been, I guess I'll go ahead and announce it now while I'm setting everything up in the background, but I did get MednaFen working. I found a graphical user interface that actually functions, that is indeed serviceable.
And this is a video capture product and not a medicine.
No, MednaFen is a emulator.
I'm joking, it sounds like a medicine.
Yes, but the alternative that you suggested, you said it was a video capture product. It's not a video capture product. Well, actually, technically, it is a video capture product.
I should have said a streaming product.
Well, it's an emulator. It's an emulator that plays games.
Right, you don't need to use it for streaming, I know.
Yes.
I meant that it's related to your streaming thing and not just a medical thing.
Right. Well,
the joke is that it sounds a lot like acetaminophen.
Anywho, we lost.
Sorry, we lost
the plot. We lost the plot somewhere along the line.
I'm having a rough. Looks like at least starting another rough week.
Story of my life as well. All right. Anyway, as I was starting to say, there are developments. We have, since I got MednaFen working, that means that I can play both PCFX games, and I can also now, finally play the English translation of Ys 4 Dawn of Ys, which is significant because apparently Alan Oppenheimer was briefly involved in this. He voices Darm. But yeah, they did a full repatch of the game with actual English voices. And this, as far as I know, this is the most extensive English hack and patch job on a video game I've ever seen. I don't believe anybody has gone to the extent of hiring voice actors and actually hacking the entire system so that it replaces the dialogue and syncs up with the lip flaps and everything. It was pretty fucking impressive. So yeah, so although Utake and a few others do not play it, in spite of their best efforts, RetroArch did recognize it. It could read the ID tag of the game, and then it froze. And I don't know if there's a newer patch because this, based on the fact that it is only available on the Internet Archive as a download, suggests that it's abandonware to some degree. I think this actually was released in like 2014. And, you know, of course, because I stopped looking for stuff like that for a long time, I just was not aware of its existence at all.
Gotcha.
So that is a notable admission. Yeah, this camera actually has pretty good backlighting under the circumstances. Sorry for the sniffles. I've got, every time the weather gets cold, my sinuses do bad things.
You live in Arizona. The weather never gets cold.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm in the mountains,
Okay, it gets
too.
cold in the winter.
Yeah.
Or rather, I should say at night.
I also live in the mountains. Tucson is a mountain town. I believe our lowest point is like 1,800 feet or 2,200 feet, something like that. So we are...
I just barely consider it cold if it's not below freezing.
Well, yeah. Well, it does. It sometimes snows here.
I know.
All right, I'm dying here. Establish the screen share. And hope it doesn't kill the stream like it did last time. I've got
we are continuing to deal with the fact that my grandmother is in the process of dying.
Oh, jeez.
It has been an entire week since she's been able to get out of bed, but she's still hanging on. So yeah, that's why I'm a little bit out of sorts. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the mood down.
Nah, you're good. Dragon Lord expresses sadness. Well, hopefully she's at least comfortable.
Well, that's part of the reason she came to live with us, is so that she doesn't have to go to a hospital and she could just be comfortable in her own bed.
This week has been watching Twitter destroy itself in real time, and of course the death of the Green Ranger. I don't know him. I don't follow Power Rangers, so everybody just calls him JDF.
Yeah. The green, white, red, and then later Black Ranger.
Oh, it's the same actor? Okay.
Well, okay, so when they were doing the Jew Ranger costumes, he was the Green Ranger. And then that character died, so when that character in Jew Ranger died, they upgraded him to the Die Ranger White Ranger, and everybody else got the Die Ranger Zords, even though everybody else's costume stayed the same. And then when they went to like the next season after that, since he was the leader, he just became the Red Ranger.
Gotcha.
And then they had him play the mentor character several seasons later, and he became the 6th Ranger. I mean, not the 6th. There are only 5 Rangers, and that's the extra Ranger in that series who's black uniform.
I am lost with that explanation, Dragon Lord, but that's because I didn't watch Power Rangers.
Basically, they kept him on through the first several seasons, and he had different costumes, and then they brought him back later, and he got another costume.
You know what it is? It's the fact that when Power Rangers originally came out, I was slightly too old to fully appreciate it. You and Linkara and a few other people you were part of the target demo. Okay? It's like Pokemon. came out in 1998 in the United States, right? How old was I in 1998? Well, I was 21. Now, a lot of 21-year-olds are into Pokemon, but the vast majority of people who were into Pokemon at 21 or are post 21 kind of grew up with it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were already an adult when you started playing it, it felt like, and this is not gatekeeping or anything like that, it's just a marketing perception. It was a kid's game. Same with Digimon and stuff like that. You feel hinky if you're 30 years old playing this in public. You know?
Dragon Lord, that's why they didn't try to adapt Bioman.
Yeah. They didn't structure Power Rangers to appeal to late teen, early 20-somethings is basically what I'm getting at. I mean, they kind of did, but the story writing was...
There have been more or less mature seasons of Power Rangers, but yeah.
I'm sure, but they lost me too early, is what I'm saying.
I mean, for that reason, there also have been no. It's always like aimed at kids. The real issue is like how much it can appeal to older people, and really the same thing goes with Super Sentai. It's just that in Super Sentai, a lot of the especially early installment weirdness in Power Rangers comes from them maintaining the continuity through continuity and cast through 3 seasons, and then still maintaining continuity for like another 4 seasons.
Right.
That in Japanese were all completely separate.
Well, and if we think about the nature of Sentai shows to begin with, they're not like... So a lot of American cartoons and animated features and stuff are written from the perspective of, we assume parents are going to be watching this with their kids on some level. So those shows are constantly doing this at the audience. They're always like, oh, it's a kids show. Wink. Parents, go buy the toys. Wink. You know. So they have to make it appealing to the adult demographic, even if they're not targeted directly at adults. And Power Rangers made no such pretense.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I'm getting at. So I wasn't part of the target demo because by the time it came on the air in 93, 94?
I don't know. I was part of the target demo, but my parents tried to make me not watch it too much because I got hyper afterwards.
Well, yeah. But like I said, that's the age variance between us talking now. You know. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Like, it could be the difference between 40 and 45. I'm 45, of course. You know, and a 40-year-old person could be like, oh, yeah, the shit, dog, that was my jam. God damn it, Dragon Lord. I don't know if you want to respond to that. Oh, okay. More kicking. There you go. I understand it, and I appreciate it. But I'm nowhere on, say... I'm not even at your level, let alone, say, Linkara's. And he's virtually obsessive about this. But again, I think I'm older than him. I think. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
We'll have to look that up later. You can go ahead and do the research later. I'm pretty sure I've got at least 5 years on him. Which, of course, always fuels the green-eyed monster, you know, when younger people are more successful than I am. But, you know, ADHD, and I definitely lean into the ADHD strike zone in the sense that I have a great deal of difficulty sticking to one project at a time, as evidenced by anybody who's followed my comics for the last 22 years.
Yeah, it looks like he is 1 year younger than me, give or take.
And you are?
Or 1 year, yeah. I'm 36.
And he's 37?
Yeah, or he would be 30, yes, 35.
Oh, he's right, younger.
Yeah, I'm seeing he was born in 87. Sorry if this is classified information, but the internet knows it, so...
Right. Well, like I said, guys, even just a few years difference, 5 years even, between me and everybody else in this room makes all the difference in the world when it comes to this Target demo, I'm pretty sure Power Rangers came out when I was in high school, and it's like, I think it could have been targeted at me. I remember laughing uproariously at.
It says 93.
Yeah, so that was my first year of high school. So,
which is probably the high end of the target demographic.
Yeah, but it was, in spite of the age of the cast and the fact that they were also high school students, it just, it's
allegedly.
Yeah. Well, the age of the characters, not the cast.
Right. Yeah. Those are some 35-year-old ass looking high schoolers.
Oh god, I remember making
probably not that old, but they were definitely in their 20s and looked it.
I remember making this same commentary about the Freddie Prinze Jr. quasi trilogy of high school films. Mm-hmm. The spiritual trilogy, if you know what I mean. It's like She's All That and a few other movies I don't remember that I'm going to pretend not to know the names of because I don't want to admit to anything. Mm-hmm. Jesus. So he was 39 years old when he passed away. God damn it. These kids are dropping like flies.
Yeah,
Anywho, let's get to the game. We're in the middle of a scenario, so that's new for us.
Mm-hmm.
At least I hope we are.
If you're not, then we can try loading from the load data.
Oh yeah, 93 is 29 years ago. I had that mathing denial problem that that a lot of us old people have. It's because Mac is fucking old, people. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Right. So I guess our attempt at a mid scenario save failed.
No, I don't. Give it a second. Go through this. This is just the same thing as last time, I believe. We can still try loading it. Is the main menu just that screen with the files?
Yep. Because it started with the cutscene, it didn't start.
No, I know that, and I did see that it didn't have the thing. Oh no, wait. How far? We hadn't gotten that far into this one, had we?
We had killed off one or two units.
Okay, well, hang on. Go through the intro stuff, and then we'll go into the menu and try to load from the thing and see what that does. Okay, so go to the third one. That one. Okay, well maybe... Why did that not work then? Okay. I'm sorry if that didn't work.
Well, it's just that last time I had gone through the process of wiping all these dudes out.
No, I know you did. I do recall that now.
Guess we're aggressively moving forward.
Yep, sorry. I thought that should do that. I don't know if it's because it's an emulator or if that's supposed to be a...
I must have failed this. I must have failed to set something up, but there was nothing on the main menu. It literally just said start and continue.
No, I expected... And you went to continue?
Yep.
Huh. If I had the manual, I could probably tell you more about it, but I don't.
Let's see if being this aggressive is a fuck up or not. Yeah, whatever you say there.
It's that guy we fought in the previous game. Previous game not featured on this channel. I thought he was dead, but they decided to just reuse it instead of coming up with another generic boss.
It's like, well, being highly aggressive worked for me last time, so I guess that's what we're gonna do this time. Captain Generico and his Generico squad.
Uh-huh.
Deploy everybody! Alright, these,
All the vans.
So I believe what will work for us this time is deploying everybody initially in Gerwalk mode, and then when we go after the main force, we switch to Battleoid mode.
That should work. And a lot of these guys are not amazing.
Yeah, it's the other guys up above are high level.
I mean, they're not level 1, but...
Yeah, but the guys up above are level 16. And not all of my characters are in range. I'm glad to see these troops emboldened, though. So that way I don't get severely damaged while I'm in fighter mode. I'm hoping something dumb happens, like they attack me directly or something.
Yeah, we will have to see about the dangerous guys.
status update on my replacement video card is that according to 4PX, I think is the Chinese shipping company, it has quote unquote arrived in the United States. So it's moving along a hell of a lot faster. What did he say?
I think this might be the Advance by Squads thing, but let me double check. Yeah, attack in waves. Don't let the enemy have any time to recover.
Right. These guys do nothing. And I mean, that certainly sounds like a smart move. There's something about attacking.
Yeah,
Anyway.
wave 1 attack.
I mean, it certainly sounds like a smart strategy. I guess we'll see. He moved to point blank range. How come that didn't do anything? How come he wasn't able to counterattack?
Well, you see, I don't know.
Well, you see, when a young missile meets a target. Yeah, I was afraid of this. Although, if they keep attacking him like that, he is going to level up pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
That was annoying. I lost one of my generic fighters.
Oh no, whatever will we do?
Well, these are the ones I actually want to level up. That's hilarious. Yes, please keep attacking my guys so that they level up. This is what we call a weird flex. 1 hit point, and they go in and waste their missiles on that when my capital ship is just right there begging to be shot at. Well, unfortunately, this guy ain't gonna make it, but they both died, so. Choke on that, you sons of bitches. And he leveled up. Line.
Oh. That looks different.
Yeah.
Sorry, my computer is... I needed to get into my Google account and my password. Apparently it's not what I thought it was, so... Come on, you stupid thing, translate it. Yes, it's prepare yourself.
Dude, stop blustering and just hurry it up. Fucking game. Captain, I still don't know what we're doing. We're moving. The Enterprise isn't. Maybe that thing will see us. Let the Enterprise go. See, I'm not even going to get a chance to use him because I'm going to have to send him back to base. Well, we'll see. God damn it, just hurry up and end your fucking turn already. This is different. About fucking time. Dialogue.
I think this is the...
I'm at half.
I think so, but let me double check. Sorry, again. Don't you just fucking hate it when you have to do two-factor authentication on the same device twice? Yeah, it's if I don't head back soon, my machine won't make it. I think I need to sign in again on my laptop too.
Boy, she's got even more shit on her fighter now.
That's kind of how upgrades work in this series.
Hello, Doodles. There's Doodlebutt on stream. Isn't that right, Doodles? Isn't that right, Dooders? Oh,
Boom.
yeah, mother fingers. Fire missiles at myself. Die. Fuckface. Ah, culture. Ah, Doodles.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if deculture even has anything specific to do with culture. It should, but
Oh my god, woman. Your fucking Valkyrie is useless. I stand corrected. I found something slightly more useless.
Yeah.
Just had to find a place that I could put him that actually hits. Jesus Christ. I don't know why, but I thought they got a tiny XP gain for doing damage.
That's
Apparently,
how it goes in a lot of games, but I can't say, yeah, it might not be in this one. I don't know.
It clearly does not. Like, it's not even a question. Fuck him. Hit him with everything. Yeah, and given the ship's low mobility, you know, it's like, I gotta hit him with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Go get him. You son of a bitch.
Luckily, our generic dudes are a little bit better than their generic dudes.
Barely. I couldn't wipe them all out so we don't have to deal with this maneuvering bullshit. Well, maybe we got a shot. Who knows? If the next wave comes to meet us, I'm going to take all the damage troopers and put them inside the ship.
That's probably a good idea.
Wave 2 attack.
Yep.
Yokai. I don't know. You
Or
betcha.
whatever the fucking... It's Essiccus, but I think that's the Zentradi version of rear guard, move forward.
I was making up dialogues. I was like, Yokai.
I mean, it's...
You got it, buddy.
It's basically the same thing.
Yep. I guess they're coming forward.
Maintaining formation, too. Which is probably why it's so quick. This is a pre-programmed thing. They don't have to think about it at all.
Right. don't understand what this side shifting shit is.
No, me neither.
It's like, we gotta do something.
But again, it was so fast, it must be predetermined. Looks like this will be a battle of endurance.
Okay.
Everyone, pay close attention to the timing of repair and resupply. Be very careful.
Be nice if the ship actually resupplied me.
I mean, it does if you go in it.
Does not give me more missiles.
Oh yeah, they don't have any spare fast packs or whatever.
I'm looking at who needs repair, if at all. May as well get everybody back up to full. In the meantime, I'm tightening up formation here. Also, to put it crudely, I don't want to get boxed in like a possum's pecker.
Oh yeah.
That would be bad. Bet you never heard that expression before.
No, and I don't know that much about possum biology to... I know they're marsupials, so
Yep.
although that means that the females have pouches, so... I don't know.
Alright, I think all of our troops that are... And then we... Whoops. Carrier should be redeployable. Alright, like I said, we're just gonna wait for them to come to us. Or, you know, our allies could just abandon us after I fortified our position. That seems like the smart thing, right?
You can't control stupid.
Dialogue.
Even a joint army won't be able to maintain their supplies if we keep up a steady stream of attacks, I think.
Seems reasonable. Oh, he's making his move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think his plan is for his team to get there after you're tired from taking out the first two waves.
I'm going to take a slightly more aggressive approach here.
Mm-hmm.
At least move everybody up that I can to the asteroids. New phone, who dis?
New disc, who phone?
Right? Full power! Damn you! Okay. Feel like that's a bold move. Well, they got him.
Mm-hmm. They're now flying the missing man formation. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's pre-programmed, so when one of them dies, all the other ones just do the same thing.
Right? Excuse me one moment here. Music changed abruptly. Well, I'm not moving. I'm going to wait till they're a little closer in range, and then I'm going to aggressively attack them. Boy, these destroyers are going in there hard. They're gonna pay for it, but this is where it ends. Yes, yes, waste your missiles. Get wrecked. I'm not supposed to cheer against myself. Hey!
And this is the same spiel about I'm dying.
Me duele. I'm glad that the enemy units have to play by some of the same rules that I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once they fire off their missile pod, they don't get another one. Yes. Yes. Keep wasting your missiles. This is the main guy we got the time limit on. Once he gets in range, it's going to get hairy real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we haven't completely squared off these guys, then we're in trouble. Alright. I think we're just going to have to swoop in and start fucking these guys shit up.
Yeah, don't extend too far, but get within.
Anything interesting?
Just go to hell, I believe.
Go directly to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Okay.
Back.
Okie doke. Maria. Alright, nothing left in the hangar, so now here's where it gets interesting.
Yep.
Here's where we find out if I made an error and if we're going to spend a third week on this scenario.
In fairness, this week we just did the beginning of this one because we finished another scenario last time.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, please waste your time with my generic dudes. That guy took so many hits, it took him like 5 minutes to realize he was already dead.
Ah.
Do you see how he was flashing at 0 for a long time?
Mm-hmm.
Please, free experience to lot is exactly what we need. Leveling up Lance will also help tremendously. Lyle, or whatever the fuck his name is. You can tell how invested in the characters I am. Oh, come on, Kiryu, survive this round.
Please, we don't want you to lose
Miss.
experience. Yes.
Well, he won't lose experience. Well, he'll lose out on experience
lose
opportunities.
lose the chance to get any more experience is what I mean.
But if they keep wasting their missiles on him, means less missiles. Less missiles to attack.
Yeah, he got hit, but he lived, so.
What I'm hoping they do is they deplete their supply of missiles. I can pull these 2 units back.
Mm-hmm.
That pisses me off. Because she has a laser that would have been in range.
Yeah, I think there are rules about when you can... Countering is very limited in this game, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's really irritating because countering was like constant in Langrisser in 91, so why is a game that came out in 94 that much more primitive?
What instrument is that anyway? Just synthesizer?
Yeah, but I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it just a synthesizer that's not actually imitating anything, but just trying to sound vaguely electronic?
No clue. It's like... Could be the fucking blaster beam for all I know. That would be ironic. Yeehaw! Choke on this, you clone sons of bitches. Really? Come on! What a bunch of bullshit. No mercy. Alright. That means he's going to evolve next round, too. Or did he already? I don't think he did. Now that pisses me off. I'm fucked.
Well, you can't hit all the people all the time. Yes, that is, again, the I need to get back to the ship.
You like how I interpreted that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucked. That's the fuck, I need to get out of the truck. It'd be great if it hits multiple targets. I realized that was a lot to ask for.
I mean, we do what we can.
I think it's time to take this guy out once and for all. Ah! Move right into the thick of this bullshit. The immortal words of Gordon Ramsay, get in there! Look at Latrade swooping in there with such confidence. Oh yeah, that was an area of effect attack.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, my foot's itching. Ah. Well, I'm gonna have to move the ship in here and do a kill steal.
You know what they say about kill steals?
No, what?
They're still dead.
Apparently he did not die. Can't fucking believe it. Alright, so we got 6 guys in the hangar, so next round they will come back out. So let's see what happens. This guy's thinking hard. He's got a lot of target choices here. And apparently none of them good. It seems to me that Lot has a lot of heart. You're like, get out!
Well, I'm trying to make the friggin' Phoenix Wright joke, but it's not a very good one, since Lot is about as far as it gets from a photographer with a strong country accent and a afro.
Well, he's got that 80s perm, though. So at least there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Get those 1982 Shatner curls.
Yeah.
From the $2 wig he was wearing in Star Trek 2. I don't know if did you ever hear that? So apparently, on the original series,
Yeah.
Shatner had a couple of really expensive, like $200 to $600 toupees. They were lace caps, and he stole them when the show ended.
These are those ones that
The real
those ones
fancy.
that Weird Al bid on in eBay.
I believe so. Anyway, they're real fancy because they're damn near invisible. If you looked really carefully, you could see the makeup over the lace cap in some episodes. But it wasn't until they upscaled it to HD that you could even really see this.
You can't blame people for shooting for the friggin' resolution they're working at.
Right.
Uh-oh, here comes the high-level guy. Yeah, that hurt a bit.
A little bit, but not too bad. Alright. So apparently on Star Trek 2, they had zero budget. They spent $11 million on the film. They only spent $11 million on the film. So Shatner brought his own rug. And it looked awful.
Well, I didn't want to bring the good one back in case anybody called me on it.
Right. Alright, what does he say?
Ikikaeru to omou na. Is this just his half deadline?
Huh?
I said, is this just his half deadline? It's
No.
something about thinking he'll go home alone. Yeah, don't think you'll go home alive, I think. Ikikaeru to omou ya nayo.
Oh, no. I hit him with both barrels.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's start dumping dudes out of here. I backed off on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Dragon Lord, 3 kanji can sometimes throw me off too, but it depends on which ones.
Are you serious? It was the whole purpose of moving the goddamn ship. Alright. I have a feeling he's going to be hard. The rest of the guys are going to be not so much. Surprising. Unfortunately, I didn't get to use all my missiles. Then again, he does have a similar pod to what Lyle had before, so having that kind of range is not that shocking. Now let's see if we'll try to can get through these. But he gets a ton of experience by being shot at. I'm just gonna have her fuck around with these guys up here. I think I actually captured all of them in that attack. I think all of them are gonna die. if that's how that works out, that's gonna be the funniest fucking attack I've ever done. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're gonna need to risk sacrificing our aces here. Make sure we take his dumb ass out. Wow, he is weak as water. Did it say we had to kill everybody?
I actually don't remember. It may just be the boss guy.
Isn't there a win conditions?
There is if you go to an empty square. And bring up that menu. It is the fourth one.
Victory conditions.
Yes, it's just Grimzo's machine. Grimzo's machine needs to be destroyed.
Okay.
So that's that one guy that's right by your ship, I believe.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to get. We're gonna try to get Kang some experience here. Kane, whatever. Try to get him to level 15. Alright. have the means to wipe him out with the named characters I have around the ship. I just want to see if I can get some XP for some of these other characters by wiping these dudes, by wiping the floor with these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where to put him? That it? Jesus. Fine, we'll just go one space down. If I can remember to hit the right weapons.
That does not look like a railgun.
Is that what it claims it was?
That was his third weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a railgun. I mean, admittedly, a lot of anime just depict railguns as basically beams anyway, but...
They have essentially the same ship, but the same weapon has a different radius.
Yeah, I don't know why. Again, there are, or I should say rather, I can think of reasons why that would be, but I do not know why that would be in this game. It was the top of the thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because this game, I don't see on this game any... well, she's using a different weapon there.
Oh.
Just also a railgun, I guess.
Right. That's why I'm like weirded out by the whole thing.
Lyle was shooting from his overhand cannons, and she was shooting from a handheld thing. So it might just be a slightly similar weapon. But, again, they're not labeled significantly differently. They do have their stats visible. It tells you what the range is when you're selecting the weapon. Even though it's all in shorthand and you can't read it very well.
It means... I hate to say it, but I want to level her up more.
Mm-hmm. But this game does not tell you anything about, like, if pilots have special abilities that change things or anything.
Jesus Christ. Will that hit him?
We do lose if he shoots down our ship, so...
I know. But the ship is fully powered. And he will not kill it in one hit. There is zero chance of that.
Uh-huh.
Especially since he's going to be completely surrounded by our other dudes, I think he's going to have more pressing problems.
It depends on whether his AI knows what the win condition is or not.
Makes you wonder sometimes, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You annoy me, game. Unbelievable. sacrificial lamb to the slaughter. Alright, time to stop fucking around. You killed my father. Prepare to die. This might not actually get him. Fuck!
4 hit points left. Wahaha. And the only hit point that matters is the last one, which admittedly is probably a good thing because it would be much more frustrating to play a game where all of your performances start degrading as soon as you take a hit.
Well, we're gonna take his ass out.
Something.
What?
How often do you beat this many? Let's meet again. Escaping. The ship will continue to pursue the Kamjin forces ship. Valkyrie team rescue the survivors and then return.
All right. Now we got
His
some choices.
Oh, he can change into the actual destroyed monster or an armored Valkyrie.
Oh, we're gonna put him in the monster.
I like the destroyed monster. It's funny.
Although,
It is large and have many gun.
instead of the weapon, it's the weapon.
Oh, it's been that way the whole game, yes. Long cannon and
I don't know if I ever got him to this.
Anti-ship missile?
I don't think I ever got him to this promotion tier. I think I did. I think I somehow I don't know how I managed to beat this game the first time because I did such a shit job.
Mm-hmm. And he was the one that was previously already in a Destroid, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like we're losing anything by not putting him in a Valkyrie, and the one you had the choice to put him in is the one that can't transform anyway.
Uh-huh.
Okay, can't transform without losing all of its special gear. Short form, everybody go attack.
調子に乗りやがっておい陣内
何か
ちょっと奴らの相手してこいは今は時間が欲しい奴らを近づけるな
I believe he's telling her to buy him some time. Mission 22, counter attack.
We're not actually going to do it, by the way. We're pretty much out of time. Unless there's no reviews this week.
There aren't. We're off for Thanksgiving. I guess. I think that's a little bit of a weird time to be off, but... Or rather, I would think that after Thanksgiving would be the time to be off, but...
Alright, well, translate...
You had it right for a second. After a fierce battle, Kiryu and the others finally... corner Kamjin forces. In order to buy time, Kamjin sends another enforced subordinate, Jinna, to intercept.
Alright.
Jinna is a powerful opponent, and it friggin'...
Your software loves shitting the bed, doesn't it?
It's not that, it's because of the way this is justified. General launched a powerful anti-fortress ship equipped with large main guns, aiming for Prometheus 2. However, because the gun spends a long time charging before it can fire, but it can destroy satellites with a single blow.
I see. Long description.
Mm-hmm. この大型清掃エネルギー
I'll stop it before the last paragraph goes off screen.
Yep.
Oh, we only have 10 turns.
Kiryu and the others need to shoot down the gun before it's finished charging. So that's why. It will take 10 turns for the large gun to charge, and we need to blow it up before then.
Oh, an SDF
Victory
cannon.
condition. Victory condition. Jinna's ship shot down, or sunk, I guess. Victory conditions or loss conditions for Prometheus 2 destroyed or turnover, and turn limit 10 turns.
All right. Well, I don't want to. Well, we're going to take a look at what this looks
We
like.
can at least look at it.
I was waiting for the dramatic end of the music.
Mm-hmm. Enemy fleet is here. Destroyed team and Hound team, prepare to intercept immediately.
All right.
Horde leader, Roger.
Great. There it is, right there.
That is a Gondura or Gondula. Yeah, it's a giant cannon ship.
Gandula, Zebanemla.
Starts with a G. Gondura.
I was
But yes.
I was actually doing Arabic dick jokes.
Oh, I don't know Arabic. Or at least not much.
Yeah, Zebanemla is an ant dick. Tiny penis. And Dandula is basically just a dick. But because they sounded similar, I was making the joke.
Gotcha. And what's that middle thing in the front wave? The
Where?
one with the red canopy.
This?
Okay, that's just a regular Glodge.
Yeah.
Okay. We haven't seen one in a bit, so I wasn't sure.
This is gonna get fucking
It's all
ugly.
been the improved ones.
This is fucking ugly.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember, the only thing that actually matters is shooting down the,
Yeah, but they got enough defensive
Cannon
perimeter, we're gonna have to go through all these fuckers.
Oh, yeah. We'll also check how many dudes he got. No, like, on your ship.
This one.
Okay, so it's not like they gave us a ton more. I was just curious because they did say Destroyed Team.
Well, we do have
So
more.
yeah, it looks like we still just got the 3 Valkyries, 3 Spartans, 2 Tomahawks, a Defender, and a Phalanx.
Yeah, but this fucking guy.
Okay, so yeah, Lyle and Misty don't have the same unit. Misty has an ST, Lyle has an SP. They have the same icon, which is not ideal, but
No, there's at least a 3-pixel variance.
I think there isn't.
You hurt me when you take me seriously.
Sorry.
I'm making the jokes here, okay?
I mean, that's about what would be right for, like, if one of the friggin' Vulcan ports was a different shape.
Right?
It would be like 3 pixels.
So yeah, that's our scenario going into next week, folks. Alright.
What levels are the friendly mooks?
Oh. 9. 5.
So they're not going to be taking out a lot of those level 10
14.
plus
Yeah.
battle pods.
No.
Okay.
They're gonna be doing pretty much fuck all, because that's what they do. Alright. So that's it for Macross, the Eternal Love Song for this week. Let's see, tonight we will be at 10 o'clock Mountain Time. We will be doing more Red Side City of Villains. Canada does not have Thanksgiving this week, so I'm pretty sure
They had it last month, didn't they?
Yeah, they had their Thanksgiving last month, and Shadowsmith took that time off, but not this week. And we will be taking this week off from Moonhawk Studios Presents. However, I will be doing my Monday and Tuesday and possibly Thursday. I don't know. I may take Thursday off, and we'll see what happens.
But we're off Wednesday.
Yeah, but we are definitely off Wednesday. I probably won't do Shining in the Darkness this week because that is on Thursday, which is Thanksgiving itself, and I have a couple of events that I have to attend this year. One at my aunt and uncle's house, and then of course there will be additional food back here, so I will probably be comatose.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I will be making you and the crew of Fragments aware as soon as possible in the case of me needing bereavement leave to go
Yeah.
take care of any of that stuff.
Doodles. My kitty. There's her tail. All you get is cat butt on this stream, folks. But yeah, so tonight at 9 Pacific, we'll just stick with Pacific for now to make it easy for everybody. When you look at my channel, everything has been reset for the time change, so that it still starts at the same time that you expected it to before, since Arizona does not do a time change. Setting it to like 8 o'clock my time does no good for anybody. It's this weird shift where even though I don't change, I have to change my schedule in order to accommodate the other time zones. So it's like having a time change anyway. So I'll be starting at 10 o'clock tonight.
Well, everyone else doesn't have to change their personal schedules. They just have to change what time they wake up and what the sun is like at various times of day.
Right.
Which you live far enough south that you don't. What's the daylight differential where you live between the shortest day of the year and the longest day of the year?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. Like I said, I still have to be aware of the time change because it changes everything for me. Because 8 o'clock is 8 o'clock for me, but 8 o'clock is not 8 o'clock for everybody else when the time change occurs.
Right.
And so I have this weird slider where for standard time, Moondog Studios Presents starts at 9 o'clock for me, and for daylight savings time it starts at 8. because otherwise it's too late for everybody on the East Coast, and too early for everybody on Pacific time.
I know. I was just the thing I was going to say is that the thing you don't have to deal with is the it doesn't make as much of a difference anyways. What I was saying, because here daylight saving hits you coming and going with the sun setting at 4 p.m. And rising at like 9:30.
Right.
But you're further south. You're further south, so that's less of an issue.
Doodles, you big gump. What are you doing, Goofy? You're so happy to be petted, but I can't get you on camera because of where you're positioned. There's tail. There's more cat tail. I mean, I can move the camera, but it's like I finally found a position I'm happy with on it. So, Doodles. For a while there, we had cat cam, but then I started having problems with the TV cam, and I think part of it, once again, is OBS did some updates, as did Windows, and
as they will,
and now drivers that were compatible are not anymore, and this GTX 660 is several generations obsolete now, and apparently. This latest patch in OBS has disabled hardware support if you don't have DirectX 12 compliant graphics card.
Let's see. It looks like at around 35, you are in approximately the 15 hours in summer to 9 hours in winter.
Okay.
And of daylight. And I am closer to the 17 to 7. Ballparking. There is a friggin' table of this somewhere, but I don't know how to search for it.
All right. Oh yeah. One other announcement. Some people have been anticipating my return in the mornings for doing Max Mobile Mayhem, and I've run into a snag. This $50 piece of shit that I got from Apple that allows me to hook up my HDMI to my capture device. Trash. Shit the bed. Bent the cable ever so slightly, and now it doesn't connect anymore. And I've had connectivity issues with it from the beginning, unfortunately. So I'm very annoyed about that because it was... at the time, I haven't even had it a year, and fuck if I know where the receipt is for this thing. I literally have set a lampshade upside down in the living room as a receipt bucket. Yeah, there's a lampshade sitting on a table that's filled with receipts. If I pick it up, it all dumps out the bottom. But right now it's serving as a receipt bucket. And I don't know if it's in there or if it's somewhere else or if I stashed it somewhere saying, oh yeah, I'll need this. Apple products typically have a 1-year warranty. And who knows, maybe I wrote a password on it or something somewhere. I know I bought it at Walmart, but...
Yeah, I generally avoid Apple products.
Well, I have an iPhone, so I have two iPhones. I set up my iPhone 7 to play Call of Duty Mobile, got the controller in there and everything, played a couple of rounds, and then I plugged in the device and no reaction. No charge, no video, no nothing. So it's dead. And like I said, I can't even take it back to I can't take it to the Apple Store or anything like that. They'll probably give me grief about, well, when did you buy it? Where's your receipt?
Alternately, their solution when something doesn't work is you should buy another one, like just sort of in general.
Well, under warranty, they would just replace it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we at Best Buy used to call.
Oh yeah, no.
Devo.
Under warranty, they'll replace it, and not under warranty, they'll tell you to replace it.
Right. Yeah, this is what they call Devo, defective equipment void of operation. That's a term that came from old Circuit City, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of retail places actually use that term.
Mm-hmm.
And Devo equipment means that the distributor will give credit for it rather than try to repair it. It's usually stuff that is not economical to repair.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your
honestly part of the reason why I don't do Mac stuff is because my uncle is a huge Mac person and it annoys me. But also, even though I'm not the kind of person who wants to muck around with their stuff a lot, I kind of object to the general, since the development of the iPhone, of Mac's, if not sooner, earlier, of Apple's entire philosophy being, we'll make it the way we want it to be, and that will be good enough for you.
Actually, here's a good question. Since we're philosophizing, since we're running a talkie show now, I got the PCFX emulator to finally work, so we can play Der Langrisser FX.
Mm-hmm.
My plan was to run the main light side scenario. There is a sort of Negaverse scenario where you can play at a certain point in the game the story branches and you can play for the Empire and go the other way, and then you can also play as the Forces of Darkness. There is no specific requirement that we play the Langrisser games in any order. So the question would be, when we complete Macross here, do you want to do Langrisser for the PC Engine, or do you want to jump straight to Der Langrisser?
I honestly don't know much about that series, so Der Langrisser is the second one in the series?
Right. So there is an actual Langrisser 2, where it has a linear path. It was for the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive, and was only released in Japan, but there is a thorough translation patch for it. We could actually just play that, and you wouldn't have to do anything. Which isn't as much fun.
It looks
obviously.
like Der Langrisser FX is a significantly updated port / re-release of Langrisser 2.
Right.
With, like you said, another path and stuff.
Right. So it's basically the canon replacement for Langrisser 2. Langrisser 2 only takes the light scenario. It doesn't give you a choice to switch sides. Der Langrisser allows you to switch sides. Now, since I have no intention of doing the Empire path on the first run, the Empire or the enemy path on the first run through, it doesn't matter. But there are features, like, for example, there are approximately 30 minutes of anime cutscenes in the FX version.
All the better to get copyright struck for. I'm kidding.
I don't know, the audio is kind of staticky. It is a CD-ROM game. I don't think they're gonna. I very much doubt that they're gonna hit us for that, because I very much doubt that any of those songs are copyrighted that way on the service, especially for a game that was released in what, 95, 96. I mean, we've had plenty of opportunity to get copyright struck for Macross here.
That's true.
Especially since there's songs directly from the movie in here.
Lol. The bad guy is just named Bad Guy in German.
Really?
Böse? It's just
Oh.
German for the evil guy.
The bad guy's name is Bozel.
Böse, yes. It may have been Romanized differently, but that's what it's supposed. It's from the German word for just evil, which is Böse.
That's funny. So yeah, so I don't know. It sounds like it would be slightly more interesting, but I really, really, really want to figure out. I've never gotten past even the first scenario in the PC Engine remake of the original Langrisser. It's called Langrisser: The Holy Sword of Light, is the approximate translation of the title, and it's a special version. There is a final version of Langrisser 1 and 2 for the PS1 that I could also acquire. And then I have all of the other games across its various platforms. So Langrisser 3 came out on the Sega. Langrisser 3, 4, and 5 all came out on the Sega Saturn. They did also have a PlayStation release, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't have those versions. And besides, they don't handle FMV as well as the Saturn did anyway. So the FMV is usually cleaner. But I was thinking of after we finish Macross here that we do a week or two palate cleanser of something meaningless, something kind of mindless, and then we jump into that, because the alternative would be to do something, hideously obtuse like Pat Labor or something.
Or try to find a Super Robot Wars game that is old enough for you, and I'm satisfied that it's not obtuse and miserable.
Yeah. Well, if the channel grows significantly enough, I'm not. So, like, the whole thing. This is kind of a joke on the Nostalgia Critic, in that the Nostalgia Critic had a 7-year rule that it had to be at least 7 years old before he would air it.
It's not a bad rule.
Yeah. So at least for the retro gaming side of things, I'd like to keep it to a certain age. But of course, I'm going to be doing Mobile Mayhem in the mornings again. So, Call of Duty Mobile is a 2018, 2019 game, something like that. I got to get a replacement. I just got to get a replacement video adapter. This really upsets me because I didn't even get a year out of this thing.
Well, 2007 was over 7 years ago.
For what?
Super Robot Wars W. Which is one of the good ones, which has a fan translation.
There is a site that I have been perusing, looking for different games to play, and there's one that's done hold on, let me see if I can pull it up here real fast. I'm actually not going to pull this machine apart. What the fuck is this?
Probably good. That sounds like it would be.
Hang on, I think it's called Aeon Genesis. Let me find it here.
That rings a bell.
I'll just type it. Projects. Here we go. AeonGenesis.net projects. Let me. So we got a lot here. They have done over the last 20 years, as they've been around for quite some time. They've done quite a bit of stuff. It's like they've got Assault Suits Valken, they've got Chesterfield, they've got Cyber Knight 2, they've got Clock Tower for the SNES. They did Dark Lord for the NES. Let's see. Desimon SFC. Really obscure stuff like Dicing Knight, Gun Hazard from the original Front Mission. Dragon Ball Z fighting games, Esper Dreams, which is an action RPG. Grand Historia. That was a kind of big deal. Mobile Suit Gundam W. Weren't you talking about that?
This is the.
That's
the
a one-on-one
Gundam,
fighter.
I'm on the side. Yeah, this is the Gundam Wing Endless Duel, which is a. It's literally like Street Fighter, but with Gundams from Gundam Wing.
That could be fun for.
It's funny. It's not good or balanced.
I'm trying to understand why they did a translation of La Mulana. La Mulana is in English, even though it was designed as a love letter to the MSX2.
I do not know.
But yeah, we got Lagrange Point, Lady Stalker. Now there's a preview we could do for Time Stalkers if I ever get that damn thing working. Liberation Army is a shoot 'em up and strategy game. Is it Live Alive or Live Alive?
It's Live Alive.
Live Alive. Okay. So they have
They
a
also
patch.
just recently released on the Switch in a remake thing.
Oh well, I don't have a Switch, so
Obviously, no. I have it. I was just commenting on that.
they have Lunar Walking School, but I'd kind of like to save that story for when we do Lunar Magic School for the Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely on the list.
Yeah,
I'm just
seeing
scrolling.
they have done some Super Robot Wars, but they are all of the very oldest ones.
Yep.
They're not even done with 4 or Alpha. So, but they've done the original 1, 2, 2 mini, and 3
Yep.
for your absolutely original I heard you like Gundam Mazinger and Getter Robo.
Yeah. They do have Super Robot Wars Alpha and Alpha Gaiden for the PS1.
Alpha is in progress, it says, not complete.
Yeah.
As is Super Robot Wars 4. Alpha Gaiden could be interesting. It's kind of a side story, as the name indicates.
We could give them a go. I'd have to download a ROM for that.
Mm-hmm.
That would
Anyways, we can think about it.
Patched games like this would be something where you would offer commentary about the lore, as opposed to doing translation duties.
Yeah, the reason why I'm suggesting Super Robot Wars W is because that's one I actually want to do. So.
Well, there's that.
Like I would have liked to have played it, but I have not been able to yet because I have a hard time sitting down and doing that, and also I have horrible decision paralysis in strategy RPGs where you have upgrade choices. But you're good at that, so
I'm a decider.
Not being paralyzed by decisions.
That's a funny thing to say to a guy who's got ADHD. Decision paralysis is our hallmark. But no, when it comes to playing games like this, I'm actually, what's funny is it's like when you put me in a situation, I become extremely decisive. If you don't jump off the cliff into the mist and take your chances, you will most assuredly die. I have no problem making decisions at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like cake or death. Church of England, cake or death. Well,
cake,
yes, cake, please. It's like, well, we're out of cake, and it's like, well.
So, or death, is that the choice?
Yeah, it's like, well, what about chicken?
Fine, you can have chicken just this once.
Eddie Izzard. What a classic. What a legend. We do also have Ys 4 Mask of the Sun and Ys 5, but I do want to do the English translation of now that I've got it working, I do want to do the English translation of The Dawn of Ys. And what's interesting is, to this day, there's still an argument that everybody says Mask of the Sun is canon, but then they did another revision when they did the remake for the PSP. Yeah. They changed it again. So we'll see. We'll see. We've got some options here. But yeah, Aeon Genesis is definitely a site that I'm going to be looking at as a option for potential strategy games, because they've done a metric ton of translations, as well as I said, what we will call palate cleanser games, stuff to just give us something mindless and fun to play around with while we're prepping for the next major adventure, because I know that sometimes these can become tedious. And we will have to go back to Generation G0 at some point just to see. I don't actually make a commitment that I'm going to complete all of these games. If we start getting into a rut, it's like, the whole, what was it, 62 episodes to complete, what was that? MS Saga? Yeah, that was unusual. It didn't take me 52
it had a pretty good pace. It wasn't like we were spinning our wheels much, except for a couple of grinding episodes near the end.
Yeah. And then I started grinding off camera, so it made things a little easier. We probably did more like 40 episodes, but still, there was a lot. I did less episodes of the 3 Final Fantasy IV games than I did of this. It was a lot. So...
but you know those games. Well, you didn't know the latter ones. You know the first one pretty well.
Yeah, and we flubbed those mega bosses pretty fucking hard. Also have Tales of Innocence R that I need to continue. So like I said, we got some options here. I'm actually moving through Shining in the Darkness a hell of a lot faster than I thought I would. So we'll see. I'm probably going to get stymied real quick here. Starting next week, because these new caves are a lot harder. These new levels of the dungeon are a hell of a lot harder, so I'm probably gonna have to start level grinding. I'm running into the limit of what I can do as far as this level 2 is where we are right now, and the guide recommends up to level 25, and most of our characters are 26 and 27, so I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to have to do some off-screen grinding, because it's
definitely possible,
because we were getting fucking wiped by those D-souls. And what's funny is the guide covers it as watching out for the ghosts in the treasure boxes. But it didn't say that we were going to get paralysis and D-Soul in the regular battles. Which, it's not like they're light on that. So... Alright, I think we've got enough filler to call it an episode, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off there, but we've got some decisions to make as far as what we're going to be doing in the future, and as I said, be sure to join us in a couple hours, where we will be back for more City of Villains on Torchbearer, on Homecoming. I don't think we're going to be doing New Dawn this week, because it's like, when you have the ability to cheat your way to the endgame content, it can be funny, but there are limits. So, anywho, that's it for this week's installment. We'll see you next time. And of course, like I said, don't forget to tune in later tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday. And then we will be having Wednesday and Thursday off. So until next time, I'm your host, Mac Paladin. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, kids.